What's good, y'all? It's your boy Lorenzo, aka Big Renzo.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Melissa, and we're here with another episode of Esoteric Love. So this week, we are going to be discussing having friends of the opposite sex.
Yeah, we discussing this because people want to put it in the Instagram comments and say they want to hear about that.
Yes.
So I guess we got to talk about that.
I think it's a good topic to talk about because
who? For you or for me?
For everybody.
Okay.
Because we all have friends and stuff, you know? So I think it's a good topic to talk about. I've heard it more than once, but we did get an Instagram question on the topic, so I think it would be good. But yeah.
We do appreciate y'all giving us the topics. Even though some of them I don't agree with, but I appreciate it.
Already you want to start?
I didn't.
Okay.
Are we like twins right now with the merch?
Twinsies.
Yeah, we got the merch on. Just to let y'all know. If y'all can't see, now you see.
Yes. So go cop yours. But anywho, so back to the topic. We're going to talk about having friends of the opposite sex. So to me, it's not just a black and white answer. It's like so many layers behind having friends of the opposite sex because everybody's different. Every person you met or whatever, it's a whole nother situation with every person. So, you know, it's communication. It's what do you guys know about each other? What's the, you know, like I said, communication is the trust in your spouse. Like I would have to trust him to know he ain't out doing nothing. So I'm gonna start with communication. So we would have to be on the same level and to know, okay, I have this best friend and this best friend has been in my life, A, B, and C. This is who this person is. Like our communication would have to be good to know, you know, that this is what it is. You can't just pop up somebody like, hey, this is my best friend. And I'm like,
yeah, that ain't gonna work. Like I said, I'm just sitting here looking, listening, trying to understand where you going with it. Don't you worry though. When you're done, I'll talk, but I'll keep listening though.
So, yes. Well, personally, we haven't had to deal with best friend situations, but I did have a male best friend, but we've never had to because, you know, that's going further into the podcast, but, you know, so he would have to know, okay, this is my best friend. I've known him since 3rd grade. We, you know, whatever it is, like it can't just be a random person that's popped up and
oh, it definitely can't be no new situation.
Like my best friend for 3 months. Like
no, it can't be like, oh yeah, you married with children and hey, this is Craig. What? Hey, let me talk to Craig real quick. Exactly. You're gonna have to find him another new friend.
Exactly.
Best friend or whatever.
Mean, to me, like your best friend is someone you've known for a long time.
Unless it's our friend.
Yeah, or if it's our friend.
Our friend. And even if it's our friend,
you gotta change it.
Even if it's our friend, it's rules and regulations with our friend. You don't get to go on the date with our friend by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And our friend gonna have to have a wife or something with them. Or a husband or however it go, like whoever friend it is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I mean there's so many layers to it, like so many aspects to a best friend that you have to know every part. So I think a best friend is someone you've known for years. You've never had no type of attraction to or relationship with, and you guys both know what it is. You guys both know that you guys are just friends, not a person, not me knowing, okay, we're just friends, we're friends, and then that person, like, well, I'm gonna play the friend zone till I get a chance. Like that's completely different.
But how do you know?
That's the part.
They ain't gonna tell you that's what they doing. That just might be just end up what they'll be doing.
Right. So there's always going to be signs. If a person is popping up like, hey, let me rub your back, or oh, let me, like you could feel if somebody likes you or is flirting with you or, saying inappropriate things. You know what a friend should be saying to you, and if y'all messaging back and forth, it shouldn't be no when you gonna let me do this or that, or when I'm gonna get to see you more, or that person getting mad because they don't get to see you. Like, there's red flags that would have to be thrown out to know that something is going on. So y'all have to communicate, and this is
who is y'all?
That's what I'm saying.
You and the friend, or you and the spouse?
Both, but I'm speaking of you and the friend have to have that communication to know this is what it is. Both of us have no type of attraction to each other. We have no hidden agendas. We are just cool. Like, we met as cool people. Like, we met as friends. Not we met because you liked me. You came up, thought I looked good, and you wanted to talk to me. That changes the dynamics of everything if that's the case. And then, like I said, with your spouse, this has to be a friend. If it's just a friend, this is my motto. If it's just a friend, nothing you guys have talked about or anything would be secret. It wouldn't be no type of secrets or I can't tell him this. If you can't tell your spouse that, then it's not just a friend, unless, you're just nervous to tell your spouse because you don't know how they're going to react. But if it's like, oh, I'll just leave that part out, they're not just a friend in my eyes. That's just my opinion on things. But like I said, it shouldn't be you guys are 5 years in and he's just finding out about this best friend. Like, if it's your best friend, that means it's your best friend. You've known him for a while. And I'm just talking on a woman's aspect because I'm a woman, so I'm saying it in that sense. But I would think that they would know about him, and my next thing is if he's not comfortable, I'm not going to pursue it. If that's
You're not gonna pursue the friendship?
I wouldn't keep the friendship. I know that's probably gonna ruffle a lot of people's feathers, but my relationship at the end of the day is more important than that, in a sense. So I wouldn't say I would just be rude, like, oh, I'm kicking you to the curb, get on out of here. Like, I wouldn't do that. But as my best friend, just like with my girl best friend, I would think that you would be understanding that, okay, he's not comfortable. I want him to be comfortable. We gotta, not hang out as much or not talk as much or whatever it is. I'd rather my spouse be more comfortable than anybody else. And that's just to be honest. And like I said, that's just me. And kind of, like I said, what I've kind of went through in a sense. Because, like I said, we have conversations and he's never never like, oh, you can't have no friends. Like, he's never done that. But I just always want him to feel comfortable. And of course I'm going to feel comfortable as well. But
so, I just want to know. I'm just curious. I let my wife talk. I let you chop it up. I was quiet. But say I know people say I cut you off, so I'll let you talk. I didn't say nothing, even though you had to cut off from the tail end. Because basically what I need to know is, okay, camera's right there. I'm looking at the camera. Basically what I want to know is this friend. Okay, he's a new friend. Or no, he's an old friend. I just say he's an old friend. So it's things that I need to know about this old friend. You want to know the things I want to know? Do you want to know?
Yes. What do you want to know?
I need to know.
I'm scared to know. But
is he just a friend that you grew up with? Did he get some before? Finish or didn't finish? It don't matter. Did he get some? I also need to know if he's gay, if he's straight. Does he have his own wife? Yeah. Does he have a girlfriend?
That's a good question.
Oh, does he have multiple girlfriends as well? it's things that I would need to know. You know, because I'm not about to be like, hey, this is Craig. Craig, Lorenzo, Craig. Nah.
Hey,
No,
how
sir.
you
It ain't gonna work like that.
Yeah.
And then if it's a dude that y'all did the nasty before, I'm about to kick it with you, and you did the nasty with my girl, and you the friend Craig.
Do you have to say the nasty?
Well, no, I don't have to say the nasty, but I'm supposed to be all good with y'all doing the nasty, and we sharing the pizza.
Okay, but even if it was years ago, and you know,
if you did the nasty,
no, you're right.
Years and years ago, okay, shoe on the other foot.
That's what I said. That's why I didn't even.
This is Carla. I don't know Carla, but I just want to say Carla. If this is Carla, I'm like, oh, wife, look, this is Carla. She been my friend since 3rd grade. We humped one time. We didn't finish. We was like, it wasn't right, and we stopped.
Okay, was y'all humping in the 5th grade, or was y'all humping as adults?
Oh, we humped at like 17, 18. Got our hump on. But we didn't finish because we both said it wasn't right. So, but she the friend though. She been my friend since 3rd grade. We 25 now. And I just want to introduce you to my friend. How that's going?
No, that's not going very well. So that's what I mean. So I stopped myself as I was saying it because...
Well, I want these people to know if it's BS, I'm going to call it.
I put myself in the same... I put myself in the situation.
You ain't a real person. Carla, you ain't a real person, but you already see what it is. So
Carla gotta go, definitely. But also, I think that it has to do with trust as well. So have you caught me with that friend talking and, anything inappropriate, or if you had a best friend and I caught you talking to them inappropriately or anything like that, then of course you already, or even not even that friend, if I caught you talking to anybody inappropriately, now I already have that issue with trust.
What's considered inappropriately?
Like I said,
I'm just curious to know what
anything. Okay, my motto: anything that I can't turn around and tell you that we talked about is a problem.
So if I told you I slapped Carla on the butt before, and that's kind of our thing, and because I told you and I texted you, if I'm gonna slap your booty next time I see you, will I get in trouble? Is what I need to know.
Okay. See, you want to see?
You on camera?
He's baiting exactly.
I am.
He's baiting me to act crazy in front of you guys, and I'm not going to because I'm a changed person.
Answer the question.
We would have a very big problem.
But I discussed it with you. I told you that that's what we do, and I just sent her a text message saying I'm gonna slap her booty when I see her.
Okay, well the problem is we wouldn't be together if you told me that you would slap people's booties, so we wouldn't even have to go that far because we wouldn't be together. Hey, my friend, no. But I think trust is a big thing as well. So if you saw your girl or saw your dude texting people or messaging people and it was just a little uncomfortable or out of bounds, then they're going to, of course, have a higher level of, reserve in dealing with your best friend. Because I don't know where that person came from. I don't know what their intentions are. I don't know who they are, no. No. And I know there are some people that actually have best friends that are just best friends. So, those people,
it exists. That just has to be for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That gotta be your thing.
Exactly.
It ain't everybody's thing. You like what you like, and you friends with what you friends with.
And if your partner's comfortable with that, then, and like I said, are they gay? Are they straight? Do they have their own family?
I'm gonna keep it G one more time. See, I gotta cut you off again. I'm gonna keep it G one more time. So I don't care if you're gay or straight. Like, say for instance, we all dancing at a club, having a good time. Your gay friend, he about to come jump on you, and just because he gay, you think he can put his peep on you? Think he can put his peen on your booty? No, he cannot.
Okay, but
I don't care where his peen go, but it won't be going on your booty.
Oh my God! But okay, I get that. But
do you?
I do.
So what if I was dancing on my what do you call the women? They're
okay,
lesbian. But I hop on the lesbian. We just hey turn up, and I got my peen on her butt. Do I still get in trouble?
No, I don't think that I would get mad if I personally knew that person did not like men, like strictly girl, not go both ways, not all that special stuff. Really only like girls. I don't think I would get. I don't know. I guess I would have to be in the situation.
You would definitely. I guess you would have to definitely be in the moment
be in
to
the
see how that
situation
goes.
to see.
Because she can be. I'm not saying she got to be a girl that dressed like a dude. She could be a girl and just like girls.
But I know that she likes only girls. Like she ain't switch back and forth every other month. Like she's liked girls and always liked girls. I don't know. Like I said, I would have to be in the situation to see.
Keep it 100 with these people.
No, I'm serious
Can
because
you not tell a story on the podcast.
And then on top of that, it would have to be who the person is. So if it's just a random girl that came up like, hey, baby, like, no. Because number one, I don't know nothing about you. So
hey, baby, like a grandma? Like what?
Yes. So, but if it's somebody we've known for years, you know, one of my best friends that like girls and only like girls, and I know that about her, that's different. That's different. Yeah. Now, like I said, if it was your best friend, like I said, I would have to be in that situation because I don't know how I would react. And then on top of that, like I said, this whole podcast has so many different layers because of so many aspects. Like you over there, like grinding on her, pushing her head down, like.
Hey.
Like that's a lot. But if y'all just dancing, like, hey,
who's doing that kind of dancing anyway?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Who you I'm just saying, or if y'all just like, hey, and she's kind of like, oh, good, hey, having fun, that's a little different. So it's just, and then on top of that, like I was saying, trust. I trust you. I trust that you wouldn't go and do that kind of stuff. I trust that you wouldn't fall in love with your best friend and all that. So it's different, but not everybody has that confidence in their spouse that they would, that they would do the right thing. So
yeah, I feel that.
So moving on, so communication with the best friend, communication with your spouse, trust in your spouse. Also, so I think I just watched too many love movies or something like that. So of course, always in the back of my mind, I would be playing the whole 80-20 rule, like the whole, we get into it, like that whole scenario. We get into it. He goes to his best friend and is talking to her about whatever we went through. And be like, yeah, she don't cook and she don't clean. And she be like, oh, I cook and clean. And then he go be with her. Like, I think women think about that aspect of it too. Like, what would you... I think women think about that aspect too. Like the whole falling in love with your best friend. Because at the end of the day, they're still a woman, And then, like I said, 80-20 rule. So you think this person has those things that you're not doing or that your spouse isn't doing. And so therefore you start falling for that. Those are things I would think about. So I don't know. I don't know if other people are crazy like me, but those are things that I would think about. And, it's just really, it happens a lot. It happens a lot. That's the thing. It's not something that's never happened. It happens. So, like I said, falling in love or just that vulnerable moment that you have and y'all kiss or y'all whatever. No, that's not a bound.
What if you was like super drunk though and it did like the kiss didn't mean nothing? It didn't mean nothing. What if I was like that? Like I kissed Carla and it didn't mean nothing.
Okay, we would have a problem. I'm sure we would get over it, but we would have a problem at that moment. We would have a big problem at that moment. But, it's just a part of it's that whole risk. That's the thing. It's that whole risk that you take for having a best friend of the opposite sex. It's that risk. And in my life and the way I operate, I don't like risks. No, I don't want to say that, but I don't like setting myself up for anything that can happen in addition to, your everyday day-to-day life. So
I agree with that.
I
agree.
I'd rather just not even add that aspect to my relationship to even chance it, pretty much. It's not that important to chance it. So yeah, I just wouldn't do that for me. Cause, I don't know. I just feel like you'll never have that full communication because that person you're probably not around. Like, he's probably not around my best friend. So he'll never fully know how he acts or how he operates or how he is. So he'll always have that uncomfortable feeling. I'm just saying, speaking as me, if it was roles reversed.
Roles were reversed.
Yeah, the roles were reversed. I would still have that uncomfortable feeling. And so why even set each other up to have that argument it's just that ripple effect. But like I said, there are some people that fully have best friends that have never had any type of relationship, that have never done anything, and that are legit best friends. And those, I think that's healthy. I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. But how often does that happen? How often do you really find somebody that has no hidden agendas?
It's people out there. Every situation ain't the love and basketball situation. I get that. I understand it. It has to be something that both parties, meaning the boyfriend and girlfriend, or wife and husband, both agree on, or whatever you like. It's whatever you two can deal with. Y'all deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, Lorenzo, aka Big Renzo. Definitely no new cat. I couldn't do a new cat. Like, she met her on her own and be like, yeah, this is so and so. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be giving them the side eye for sure. Yeah. What's your agenda, bro? Unless he a dude that's like, oh, my wife's so and so, and we trying to go out and blah 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 blah. And even then, you still getting the side eye. I'm just keeping it G. But oh yeah, for sure. But if it's an old friend in the past, like I said, I'm listening to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? My wife knows a lot of people, and male, female. I don't be tripping like that just on the strength of I know my wife, and I don't want to have to slap the out of no dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to do that. And I ain't gonna play with nobody neither. So, and she knows that. So I'm pretty sure she'll nip it in the bud if it ever comes to that. Because I remember that song came out. What Drake? If that N-word that you think you found. That right there. That song, you remember that? Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say nothing. That's it.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
So, he's just something wrong with him. But anyway, so yes, so that's very true. So, on the positive side of things, I think it is good to have a friend of the opposite sex to get the insight. If you're talking to your girls, y'all kind of have that same, like, I ain't about to be playing with nobody, thing. But when you talk to a male, they give you a whole nother look at, the situation that you're going through. Like, if y'all arguing or whatever, like, okay, Melissa, you was being a little this because guys don't do this or guys don't do that, or may not think of things this way, the logical and the emotional and, all that whole thing, so it gives you another outlook on the situation where you can now analyze it to say, okay, maybe I was tripping, or maybe if I come at him this way, he'll understand it better or whatever. It just gives you a better outlook because,
Do it depends on what you getting a different perspective on. Like, what if you be like something dealing with humping? You know what I'm saying? God, like, how often do you hump your man? Like, something like that, and they be like this, and then you be like, well, my answer is this, and then you tell you, well, so and so said that they hump this much a week. Yeah. How would you take that? Because I know how I would take it.
No, but
you want to know?
How would you take it?
You do want to know? You want to know? Oh, so the dude gonna tell you how many times he hump you? I mean, not hump you, but how many times he hump? And now we got to match his humping because he told you what he humping.
But that goes back to what I was saying when I was saying, like, you know.
Is that jealousy? No, I don't feel like I'm being jealous. I feel like I'm just being real.
No, I don't feel like that's being jealous.
I don't think I'm jealous.
But no, you're not. But that's why I was saying it depends on the conversations you guys have. Like, I personally wouldn't have a sex conversation with my best friend, male best friend. I would probably have one with my girl best friend.
So it do depend on what you're talking about.
Yeah, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, oh, he got mad, easily when I discussed this with him or whatever. Okay, well, then you can get an insight on, okay, well, men don't think about that or whatever. But there's still certain things that you, back to that 80-20, like, that whole make you feel like, oh, this person is doing something more than the other person. Like, that shouldn't happen.
You talking about where you don't get the full 100% of somebody.
Yeah.
You get 80 of it, and then when you see that 20,
then you think, think, oh, that 20 is good, so I'm going to go with this person because they got that 20, but then you're really missing out on more. But that's what ends up happening. But people, when they're in the situation, end up messing with their friends or whatever because of that, what they feel like they're lacking in their relationship. But in reality, it's really not. It's just needing to fix that small percent instead of fixing that big percent. But anyways, that's a whole nother situation.
But what I want to do, wife, is so basically we're gonna talk about us. So how, like, really, if I had an old friend that was just a friend, and she wanted to come over for Thanksgiving dinner, and she don't have no kid or no man, but she just want to come over, what you doing?
So me as the change person depends. Like I said, if I knew about her early on, oh, it's my friend Crystal, what'd you call her, whatever her name was, maybe. Definitely would still be giving the side eye, but I may agree to it because I have changed a lot.
You
want
to know what I'm doing?
Oh God.
You want to know?
What?
So you got a dude that wants to come over and
Craig.
And wants to be join us for Thanksgiving dinner, and he wants to bring the tuna casserole. What I'm gonna do is oh man, all your friends are taken, huh? You don't even have no single friends.
No, I don't.
Oh man.
Well, I don't. No, I don't.
Man, they all taken. So what we have to do is he can't come. So it's coming up on the 30 minutes, and
really? He can't come because I don't have no single friends.
we go close this episode out. We appreciate y'all listening, and I know we was gone for a couple weeks, but we back, man. We back at it, and we appreciate y'all sticking with us. And like, hey, what's going on with y'all? Y'all gonna put out some more content? We here for y'all, man. And I'm gonna let my wife let y'all know where y'all can find us at.
All right, so you can find us at esotericlove.net. That's where you can find all the merch. You can get to our podcast, our Instagram, but also our Instagram is esotericlove00. Facebook is esotericlove. So look for us, find us, and we love you.
Hey, we love y'all for real. We appreciate it. Y'all make it easy for us to do this. And until next time, we up out of here. Much love.
Love you.